doing, folks? Aren't you glad you caught this act?
So I did the top 10 wooden roller coasters that I've been on. So we are past that, and now we are moving on forward for the top 10 steel roller coasters that I personally been on. These are every single steel roller coaster that I've been on. I've been on a current total of 82 steel roller coasters. So that's a big gap for. That's not a lot of coasters that made this countdown. I mean, that's going to be pretty tough for some of the coasters. So some good coasters that I've been on did not make this countdown. So if you do not see a coaster that you think I've been on, and it's a really good ride, just realize that, remember, this is top 10 out of 82 steel roller coasters that I've been on. So let's jump right in. Number 10 is Top Thrill Dragster at Cedar Point. Oh my gosh, is this ride amazing. This ride is so much fun. It has a smooth launch you straight up and then straight back down. Although I think what really kills the ride is the fact that as soon as you're done, you just slam into the brakes. I would have liked it that it would have had an extra hill or do something else instead of just coming down to the end. But overall, it's just a very fun ride, and I love that it has the countdown lights on the top of the tower. Number 9 is Kingda. This is going to cause some argument because a lot of people think that Top Thrill Dragster is better. Now, Top Thrill Dragster overall has the smoother launch, and I like that it has lap bars. But I think what makes this ride better is that it lasts longer because of the extra camelback hill. Instead of just slamming down to the brakes, it actually will come back up over the hill and then slowly come to a halt. Also, it goes faster, so it's just more fun, and it's really cool to get up to the top and you can see Philadelphia, which is 52 miles south of Six Flags Great Adventure. Number 8 is the first B&M hypercoaster to make it. This is my second least favorite hypercoaster. Now, besides being the least favorite, it's a pretty darn good ride. Wow, is this a very fun ride. I love the airtime of this. This is a really good roller coaster. The worst B&M hyper that I've ridden is Nitro, but then again, I haven't ridden Nitro in a while. But yeah, that did not make the countdown. So number 8 is Intimidator at Carowinds, and it's pretty fun. It's got some nice airtime, and it's an okay ride. Number 7 is Apollo's Chariot. I think what makes this more unique than some of the other hypercoasters is that this is actually really secluded. I know the next coaster is pretty secluded, but this for some reason feels really secluded. The only reason why you can actually see this ride at night is because there are lights at the bottom of the coaster that kind of light up the helix, and it's just really a cool ride. Also, I love the fact that it drops into a river, so the height is not as tall, so from afar this coaster doesn't look like it would be a hypercoaster, but that drop, oh boy, that's a really fun drop. And just barely missing the top 5 is Diamondback. This is going to be a shocker for a lot of people. I love Diamondback. Although a lot of people think it should be higher up, I just like Diamondback. I think it's in a perfect spot. There is one coaster that's just a tad bit better than this one, and you'll find out after I talk about this one, of course. But this is my favorite B&M hypercoaster that I've been on. It's just airtime after airtime, and oh my gosh, is that night ride intense. I love the nighttime ride. And man, this jet drop, crazy. And I wish more hypercoasters would have the splashdown effect. That's actually really cool. Although it really does nothing but slow the ride down, and it has a cool effect. It's still pretty cool, and I wish other hypercoasters did that. And just barely beating Diamondback is Skyrush. This is going to be another shocker for a lot of people because people don't think that it should be this high up. I love Skyrush. Skyrush is it is my favorite hypercoaster that I've ever been on. It is crazy, it is intense, it's got some nice bank turns. However, what kills it just a tad bit are the restraints. Although the restraints are just not that good, it just doesn't kill all the enjoyment. It has a great drop. This definitely has an Intimidator 305 style layout to it. It's got some nice bank turns, some crazy airtime, and if you thought the front row wasn't that good, then try the back row. Holy cow, this ride is just fantastic. Number 4 is the only coaster in this countdown that has inversions. This is Maverick. If you've never heard of Maverick, then boy, do you need to get informed, because this ride is incredible. This is one of the most intense coasters out there, right in line with Intimidator 305 at King's Dominion. Just non-stop intensity, some great barrel rolls, and some crazy ejector airtime. Not to mention that degree drop, 95-degree angle on the drop. It is just incredible, and both launches are just fantastic. And just barely beating Maverick is Millennium Force at Cedar Point. I think the only reason why this would be so far low is because it's not as intense as these next two. I'm a very intense coaster style person, and this ride is very fun, but it's definitely going to cause some argument. A lot of people think that this is the best roller coaster ever to be made. It's not the best, but it's a really good ride. It did live up to its name. It just wasn't as intense. But besides intensity, it has a fantastic nighttime ride. And boy, does it look taller than it actually is. When you're at the top, you feel like you're actually as tall as Top Thrill Dragster. Although in reality, it's like more than 100 feet smaller. Number 2 is definitely going to cause some argument. I'm almost switching number 2 and number 1. These are so close. This is almost a tie, but I can't do a tie at the same time. You know what I mean? If you get that feeling where you almost want a tie coaster, but you just can't because that doesn't feel right. I feel the same way when it comes to this ride and the next ride. But number 2 is Fury 325. Without a doubt, this is definitely, arguably, the best steel roller coaster ever. It is phenomenal. It is great. It has bang turn after bang turn after bang turn. And with some of B&M's best airtime featured on any roller coaster. Just immediately ejects you out of your seat. It almost feels like an intimate roller coaster because it's just ejector airtime. It is so much fun, and Carowinds definitely did a great job with this roller coaster. I definitely love it. This definitely deserves to be in the top 3, if not the best steel roller coaster in the world. And just barely beating Fury 325 is Intimidator 305 at King's Dominion. This ride is probably the most intense roller coaster ever to be made. It is extremely intense. You grate out on the first turn. It is so awesome. And it has a great airtime hill that leads you into several bank turns that make you feel like you're on a race car and you're just in a racing car and you're racing around the track. And it is just so much fun. I love this coaster to death. This has one of the best nighttime rides ever and is a crazy drop, and I love this coaster without a doubt. So this is my top 10 best steel coasters that I have personally been on. Thank you all for watching, and as always, Coaster Fanatics, keep coasting.
Wait till the sun shines, Nelly, and the clouds go drifting by. We will be happy, Nelly, don't you play. Down Lover's Lane we'll wander, sweetheart, you and I. Wait till the sun shines, Nelly, by and by. Yes, by and by. Bye-bye, everybody. See you later.